Well, hey there, folks. This is Mr. MegaManFan here, and it's time for another pickups video, I guess. So stay tuned after these introductory words from Megaran.
Yo, this is MegaManFan, and you need to rock and or roll on over to Mr. MegaManFan's YouTube channel, because it's all that rush to make it happen. Peace!
So lately I've been something of a completionist, not in the Gerard the completionist sense, shout out to him. No, not in so much as I'm trying to complete everything in a game and get every trophy, unlock every achievement, and get every reward in the game. I mean completionist as in I want to complete some of my boxed games that have not been complete before now. And appropriately enough, this one was sent to me in a gigantic box, very well packaged, lots of insulation, lots of bubble, lots of material to keep it safe. Considering that I paid a premium for it, I do appreciate that. But this started when I got some retro protection box protectors for my NES games, and I was double checking my Mega Man games, and I noticed that a few of them were missing the instruction manuals, 3 of them to be precise. So I took it upon myself to source the ones I needed, starting with the one that you see right here, Mega Man 5, which was the most expensive of the 3 that I picked up, but also in the most pristine condition out of all 3 of them. So the old saying is you get what you pay for, and I think it's true in this case. So now I can rest assured with the knowledge that my copy of Mega Man 5 is, as far as I'm concerned, complete. Box, manual, cartridge. Might be some inserts like a warranty card that I don't have for Mega Man 5. I'm not going to go out of my way to try to track down that stuff. If I ever came across a copy of Mega Man 5 in the wild and it had everything in there and it wasn't hundreds and hundreds of dollars, maybe I would go for that. But that's sort of the point of picking up this manual, is even though it wasn't cheap, it was still cheaper than buying a copy that does come with the manual, because those go for quite a bit. You don't have to take my word for it. Just look up price charting and you'll find out. But as you can see, it's complete. No tears, no rips, no writing on the inside. It's beautiful. I am very happy with this purchase and will be leaving the seller very positive feedback on it. So 1 down, 2 to go. And as luck would have it, another one arrived in the mail at almost the exact same time. Not in a box though, in a very small envelope by comparison, but at least the seller was kind enough to mark it "Do Not Bend" and hope that the post office wouldn't mangle it. Although it kind of looks a little mangled to begin with, and I knew that from looking at the auction, but it was still the best looking copy available at the time. It wasn't torn. It's creased, but there's no writing on the inside, and the staples aren't torn out. It's a little dirty from wear and tear, but I would say acceptable condition. Not mint, but also original and authentic, and that's more important than stuffing a reprint inside of something. I'm going to live with the condition and be happy. A few days later, this Mega Man 3 manual arrived, and as you can see, it's got some sort of paint speckling on the front, but once again, there is no writing on the inside. It's got some wear and tear from usage, but other than those paint speckles on the front, it's actually in really nice shape. Do not use with front or rear projection TV. I don't think anybody is worrying about those warnings in 2020. I just wonder what those dots are and where they came from, because that's not how it's supposed to look, but It is the manual I need, the third of three, for Mega Man 3, appropriately enough. So, once again, I'm happy. And as long as we're doing instruction manuals, I also decided it was time to do something about Mega Man 2 because I have one copy with instructions and one without. And thankfully, this was the least expensive of the whole bunch, probably because Mega Man 2 was a very high selling game. So even now, how many years later? 32 years later, there's still a lot of instruction manuals out there in the wild. Probably not as many boxed copies and probably not as many complete inbox copies, but it's not impossible to get for a reasonable price. And again, it's got a little bit of wear and tear from usage, a little creasing on the front, but nobody scribbled on the inside of it, which you really got to look out for with these instruction manuals because they were played by kids and kids wrote down passwords and tips and tricks, and the manuals often leave you a place in there to write your notes. So sometimes just finding one that's not marked up is the whole goal. And this one looks very nice. Premier Worldwide Arcade Game Designer, Capcom. I doubt that fax line works anymore, but give it a try if you like. I won't waste the dime on that, but yes. The next completion goal was to get all of the various Game Boy accessories that I didn't already have, and I'd never owned a Game Boy camera, not even with my original Game Boy, so I picked one up at Pop Culture and even took a selfie with it while I was there. Wearing a mask, of course, as you can see, because we all gotta stay safe during this pandemic. Hope you're all doing well out there. We've also got a few new Nintendo Wii U pickups as I've been working on that for the majority of 2020. Kind of got kickstarted on it in 2019 before everything went to pot, but you know, when you're at home a lot, you have more time to figure out what you can and can't do, and Wii U is definitely something you can do with the possible exception of Devil's Third, but something like Just Dance 2014, that's readily available for just a few dollars. This one was like $6.50 with free shipping, so not too expensive. I had previously tried to pick this one up at Trade Post, but the copy I had didn't work, so here's hoping this one works better. It's got a disc that looks okay. It's not having any visible defects, but then again, the one that I tested before didn't either, so I guess we'll just find out. But one less Just Dance game I need, and Lord knows there are a lot of Just Dance games, not just on Wii U, but on darn near everything. In fact, even when you think a console's lifespan has completely expired, guess what? There's probably another Just Dance game coming out for it. Do you own a Wii? There'll probably be a Just Dance 2021. Do you own a PS3? There'll probably be a Just Dance 2021. These things never die. Here's Your Shape Fitness Evolved 2013. Again, this one was stupidly cheap, like $3 or $4 or $5 total, something like that. And I actually found one in the wild locally to me, but it didn't have the instruction manual, and I'm being a completionist again, there's that word, and I was like, you know what? I'm willing to wait and find one complete, not have to buy the manual later, so turned out I found one for a song on eBay, so I consider that a worthwhile investment. Got one more package to go in this pickups video. Let's make sure I'm not cutting into the game itself. Always good to check the seam at the top of the package and make sure you're not cutting into anything you don't want to cut. You'll learn those kind of lessons the hard way, trust me. And there we have Amazing Spider-Man 2. I had found The Amazing Spider-Man at Ben's Game Zone, I want to say. I think that's where I got the first one. I was like, well, might as well get number 2 and have both of them. And as you can see, it's got the instructions, although they're the very generic late Wii U instructions that tell you to look up the instructions online. Ooh, look at that massive fingerprint on there. Somebody grabbed that one by the horns. Well, we can take care of that problem. And if you've not done this before, let me tell you right now, do not put Wii U discs in a resurfacer. You will wipe the data layer right off your Blu-ray. That is a Blu-ray disc, so do not do it. You can resurface a CD, you can resurface a DVD. Do not resurface a Blu-ray. Take a microfiber cloth like this one here from Fellows, hashtag not sponsored. Very gently wipe. If you want to put a little like cleaning spray on there like you would use for a pair of glasses, that's fine, but nothing abrasive, nothing acidic, just very gentle wiping. Get the smudges off and make sure your disc will be readable when you put it into your Wii U. You have to treat these with a certain amount of care, but if you do, they should last you for quite a long time. And I've gotten most of those smudges out, so I think we're good there. I'm Mr. MegaManFan. This is my latest retro hunting pickups video, and as always, thank you for watching.